Have you ever heard of Michael Levin and collective
Michael
intelligence and collective intelligence?
Yeah, I told you about him.
You did?
hmm He's yeah. He works in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under what context, I wonder?
That I told you about him.
Go ahead.
I discovered his work a while ago. He did a paper with a few people at Google on cellular automata and using techniques of neural nets to build cellular automata that can mimic morphogenesis. So basically, you know what
Okay.
cellular automata is, right?
Well, I know what automata are from what's his name? That really smart guy. He does
hmm
what's it called?
Wolf something.
Yeah, Wolfman, Wolfram Alpha.
Wolf from yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be pleased that we don't know his name, but we know the name of his product.
Yeah.
Wolfram
But so
Alpha.
you can create these digital cells, and you program them using these techniques from they use to teach neural nets. You teach the cell to evolve, and you can make it evolve into like an image, right? So like they did it just with like emojis because they're like simple images, not very like the dimensions are small, so it's easy to compute. And you start with one single cell, and it grows into a smiley face. And
So
each cell,
how many bytes of data do you think it would take to create a cellular automaton?
well, it depends what it does.
It reproduces, it affiliates, or it avoids.
Well, there's like the Conway's Game of Life is like the famous example where there's only like 8 different rules or something, and there's all sorts of based on which rules you choose. There's all sorts of results that look like life forms, and that do reproduce that are self-replicating.
Correct.
They
What the
you
contrast that I want to draw is between the models of the cell and the cells. And what I want to draw people's attention to is that the intelligence within the cell,
hmm
within the mitochondria of the cell, is vastly more than anything we're even beginning to approach. So the idea, though, that at every level of biology, there's intelligence insofar as information is being exchanged, decisions are being
hmm
made, and life is, they're attempting to survive, right?
hmm
Then that makes the entire body, every cell, every organ, every tissue, intelligent. And so now we have to redefine intelligence. And what's, to me, promising about that is perhaps we could begin to realize that then we go up to the human level. And of course, human intelligence is cultivated by absorbing what's around you, usually from other humans,
hmm
right? But then, yeah, so if you have somebody who needs support or needs adequate, anything, education, nutrition, whatever, inspiration, support, whatever,
hmm
you have to include the entire environment, the ecology, as part of the intelligence. And so if people
Right.
are coming out of the ghetto, for example, as they always have, and I mean, not always, but, for the last,
Right. Like if you're treating a kid that's in the ghetto.
yeah, so we can't talk about intelligence unless we talk about the context of that intelligence in which it's embedded and which it grows or it's
Right.
distorted. And so then there's an avenue where biologists can, and there's a huge fetish of intelligence in our culture that's really misguided
hmm
and and useless. It's actually counterproductive. But if we can change the definition of intelligence, because everybody wants intelligence, right? Everybody
Right.
thinks intelligence is good. Then perhaps we can be more intelligent about intelligence and realize that to take personal credit for uh, your intelligence is basically declaring that you're not very smart,
Mm.
Okay, so once again, nothing personal except for the imagination.
Right.
All right? Good.
That makes sense.
And so that hasn't happened yet, but I'm hoping it might. And it may in your lifetime. It may in your lifetime. So that would be really nice. Go ahead.
Is this from Michael Levin?
No. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
what made you bring up Michael Levin?
well, it's an intro to the subject.
I see.
And also I had a tweet on collective intelligence, and nobody asked any questions.
Your tweet on...
And nobody liked it, so basically I have to assume that it just went off into the ethers and never to be seen. But all intelligence is collective intelligence.
Right.
All of it.